Well guys, we almost had no video for you, but a natural disaster struck our property the other night. We were minding our own business, sitting on the computer, way up too late once again. We heard a giant crashing sound outside. We came out to investigate. It was probably midnight. This is what we saw when we came out in the middle of the night in our backyard. So there it is. We had a massive tree come down, and it's weird because there was no wind, dead calm, no nothing. It was just a nice calm night, and this thing just decided to give out, and it is massive. This thing is huge. Like the size of the branches that are coming down. It gets fatter than this. I'll try to handhold this and show you guys what I'm talking about. This was a massive tree, and it just came down. I mean, and you can see the canopy. This is the top of the tree. It's beautiful and dense. So the tree was mostly healthy, had a thick, full canopy, massive trunk. I have no idea why it came down, but now it's in our yard. And to give you an idea of where it is, you can see the back of our gardens right here. So this is right along the back of our property. House being that way, gardens right here. Gardens are kind of at the end of their life. I mean, they look vibrant, but most of the stuff is done producing. This right here is lettuce that went to seed. That's how long we left it. That's lettuce. Right here we have tomatillos. They haven't produced anything. They might not. We have no idea, but they're doing pretty good. Right here are some peppers I started late. I don't know if they're going to do anything. It's just an experimental variety that I want to see what they do. This is actually the second batch we planted. The first batch didn't really produce peppers, but they died early. Right here is butternut squash. This is our second round actually, and you can see we got some in here. I don't know, can you see that? They're growing. The butternut squash plant that we had in here, we produced, we harvested, it was done. But we decided to throw some extra dirt in the garden just to cover it up. We thought, yeah, we'll just leave the plant in there. Well, after covering it with soil, it sprung back and made a whole new plant. So the tomatoes are tomatoes. These are all old now, but we produced a lot of tomatoes. They grew really good. As you can see, we had no cages, but they did their thing anyway. This was full of green beans. We already ate a bunch of green beans and picked them out. This is just leftover stuff that we didn't finish. Everything's good. Anyway, I don't know why I'm doing a garden tour. I'm getting distracted. This is the problem. It's not in the way of anything, but we do want to keep our property clean because we use this area back here. Kids really like it. It's a nice place to play. So we're going to try to clean this mess up. So of course, my first thought when looking at this tree is, oh, my reciprocating saw. But then I remembered the last time I cut a tree with a reciprocating saw, you guys really let me have it. And you said that I need to get a real chainsaw, get a man saw, you know how it goes. So we went out and we finally picked up a chainsaw. Well, there it is, guys. I'm feeling manlier already. I'm going to try my best to take apart this massive tree with this. Should I be doing this in shorts?
Yeah. Hey, it's not collapsing.
Can you get this car out of here?
Yeah. I'll do it, Maverick.
Looks like a giant hand. This lens is a little bit wide angle, but you can just see how high we are. This is quite the mess we have to deal with. I'm going to try to get out here and get some of these branches that are hanging high first. Behind our property, can you guys see how clear it is? This was all woods, lumber. So you can see it's a lot more open back here now. We brought all these toys home from the mobile home. You guys know them. And we put them back here nice and safe. And look at this. This one's smashed.
And the wheel popped off. This is all busted in. This bad boy made it.
I'm not sure how to do this, but since this is our property line, I feel like all I got to do is chop these fingers off and the rest can stay. Here.
That was attacking you.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
I'm surprised that battery lasted as long as it did because these are old batteries and they are worn out. I'm happy. Well, I didn't get much done, but at the same time, I'm happy with what I got done because it's a lot for us. And I'm happy with my new little saw. Regardless of what anybody says, I just never feel the need to get big, tough tools. I actually like the smaller tools. I like this. The reason I got this one is because I can use my regular DeWalt batteries and I don't have to get a special higher voltage battery, special DeWalt battery. This is cheap and easy. We don't cut much wood and I'm already surprised with how much I was able to do in, like I said, an old dead battery. We'll be able to clear this out.
Yeah.
Actually, not too, it'll be quick.
Yeah.
So now we've decided to keep working on our living room project, and the next step is trim. We went to the store and we picked up some of the trim. We're going to try to get it done, a couple of doorways and some baseboards. We're not working on the whole space, but just a little at a time. So I had to roll out some paper to protect our floor. I really hate to be finishing wood in here, but we don't have much of a choice right now. The weather outside is just too unpredictable and we don't have any more space in the house. So we'll be careful, we'll get these stained up, and before you know it, we'll be installing some trim. We just want to get to the point where we can get our furniture in here. You know, so just some of the main trim so we can get our couch in and not worry about the baseboards later. I know it's not hard to move furniture, but The more we get done now, the better. And then we can make room in the other rooms where everything's stored so that we can keep rolling our projects forward. A lot of people have been wondering and waiting to find out what color trim we're doing in this room. Believe it or not, we're going to be doing Cabernet just like the walls that you guys say are too dark. We're going to be doing matching trim because we just want this whole room to have this feel like that library, you know, old parlor, living room feels. I wonder if you So you guys get the point. This is all we're going to be doing for the evening is staining the wood, moving it over, getting it ready for finishing. So we'll come back later when we're all done. Well guys, I wanted to come in and give you an update before it got too late tonight, but as you can see, we got a lot of trim stained and ready to go. Tomorrow, we're going to start shellacking these, getting the clear coat on there for protection. And that shouldn't take too long. We'll be installing very soon. But this is the first half of the room. This isn't the whole room. There's a lot more trim to go, so we have to work in batches. But that's the update for now. I know that I should be in the house shellacking those trim boards and getting them ready to install. But I have a moment, look at it, it's beautifully overcast, it's cool out. Let's tackle this once again. Well guys, I didn't think this was going to be finished today, but we got it cleaned up and it looks a lot better. Obviously we're going to have to smooth out the ground again and pick up some small debris, but it's mostly done. And you did a good job of getting all the little stuff.
Yep.
Now our big tree, right here, that one got hit. And that's one of our few big trees left on this property, and it's unfortunate because it did lose some branches.
Yeah, it only has like some of the really high branches left and like one or two smaller ones down lower. It's not looking too good anymore.
And we have Wade's tree, we call it, the tree next to us, which is completely hollow. And it's just as big. It's a big tree. And it's dead hollow inside. That one will probably fall too.
Yep, at some point.
We're gonna lose all of our shade back here, and we didn't expect that.
Yeah.
You see this land back here? You see that light? All that openness? That wasn't there before.
That was full on dark woods with huge trees in it.
For the last 2 years, it's been fully thick. You couldn't see anything, and we had full evening, like the sun was blocked all evening.
Yeah.
So it was nice and shady, kept us cool. It was really private back here. It feels like a totally different space just looking at it.
Yeah.
So as you can see, I more or less just cut it with the property line back here. I'm not worried about getting rid of the whole tree. It's on their property. And yeah, I would say the property line is right here, and it's fully open. So mission accomplished. The DeWalt 12-inch chainsaw did its job, got this done. I didn't have to buy any special batteries or overpriced tools. We got the work done. And now we have some new yard art to look at back here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking actually.
I would have left it longer. The kids loved it. They thought it was cool looking. I would have left it in the yard, but there's something about these oak trees, that's actually an oak, is that you think of oak as being a really hard wood and also a wood that's durable in the weather. That's common, but this oak, once it's dead, it decays very quickly and the branches start falling. And I wouldn't want anybody playing under it, because those branches could break off at any time and really hurt somebody. So I thought it was best to just get it out of here. And this pulled us away from some other projects that we should have been doing, like finishing up our trim in our living room, but that's okay.
Yep.
We're not in a rush. We're getting it done. I don't know. We just do what we want to do.
Yeah.
So I think that's all we have for now. I'm going to try to get some work done on the house so you guys can see the living room to come together. I'm excited for that, so stay tuned, and thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
See ya.
We appreciate you guys watching till the end of the video, so I wanted to give you a little sneak peek of another project that I've started. Can't wait to get working on this too. We have so many things going on all the time.